ends looking cute. That's fine as her and her friends. Big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Goff now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Goff on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing on third, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Ratswani! Touchdown, Vikings! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Nextgen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A tackle by Michael Brockers as he works his way through for a tackle for loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Cousins to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Joseph's got it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. Oh, he's got a little dailing. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings.
A pretty well
executed well. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. They need a crafty play call. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Left side, Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, the Vikings at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team. And then
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Osborne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Play action now. Cousins on the move to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, the return is Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. James Mitchell. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They run again on first down. Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now gone. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the 50, it's gone. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got to move him downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And then ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game. So
they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw on 2nd down is gone. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. 3rd and 2. Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Down the right sideline. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does the catch.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single. Can they? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Oh, and this ball is tipped and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. They go play action. Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. 20, 10. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Lions 42, Vikings 31.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Cousins will try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Value three.
Now gone. to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And now here is another interception. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Cousins on first down. They'll roll him out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A first down throw for Cousins. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The 30, past the 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
He'll bite, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice.